So, how are you doing, everyone? This is the moment we've been waiting for so long. The new Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer is finally here. Now, this is supposed to be the last trailer before the movie actually comes, and this is the first actual trailer. The two things that came before this were teaser trailers, and then we saw that the Instagram mini trailer, and then we watched a Korean trailer in which it was, I think, some new scene in there. So we're excited about this new trailer. Now let's just cut through all the other stuff. Let's watch the trailer now, and then we're going to talk about it after that. All right, so let me start this now. Here we go. Come on.
Who are you?
Wow, BB-8.
I'm no one.
I like her voice. Oh wow, she's beautiful.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for.
Wow.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
There are stories about what happened.
That's my favorite shit.
It's true. All of it. The dark side. The Jedi. They're real.
The Force. It's calling to you.
Oh man.
Just let it in.
Ooh. That gave me goosebumps. That trailer gave me goosebumps. You can see them right here. You can see my goosebumps. It's just.
Dispatching Hazardous to harm the rebels.
You know, that the music in this trailer and the visuals, it was just, it just strikes that emotional chord inside me. I grew up watching Star Wars, and after watching this trailer, I am convinced that this movie is going to it's going to make us feel like Star Wars is back. I already feel it. It's, it was just like there were so many parallels. If you look at the story of Rey, much like Luke, she's from a barren, dusty, desert-like planet. In this case, it's called Jakku. And like Luke, she seems to be somebody who wants to, she has dreams and she wants to move on. That scene when she was, the first scene, that was her in the old Star Destroyer, and she was scavenging, and then after that you see her walking and somebody asks her, I don't know who asked her, but somebody says, "Who are you?" And she says, "I'm no one." I don't know, the way she spoke, the way, her voice, there was power in that. It was like, I don't know whether she, I'm pretty sure that Rey is a grandchild of Anakin Skywalker, okay? I've been hearing different theories on the internet. Some people feel that she's Han and Leia's daughter. Some people think that she may be Luke's daughter. I don't know. I personally feel that she's Han and Leia's daughter. But even if she is Leia's daughter, that means she's Anakin's granddaughter, which means that she, she has the Force in her. I mean, she's from the Skywalker family. I'm pretty sure that she's from the Skywalker family. And then you see, you see Finn with his stormtrooper helmet, taking it off, then crashing onto Jakku, and says, "What I was raised to do one thing, but now I have nothing to fight for." So I wonder what that means. Maybe it seems as if the stormtroopers and the First Order with Kylo Ren and General Hux, I believe that's his name, they probably slaughter some people, and he sees bloodshed, and something inside him awakens. Maybe that's why it's called The Force Awakens. If you remember, in the very, very first teaser trailer, the first person that we actually see in the new trilogy is Finn. In the very first trailer, he's the guy who pops up of the onto the screen. And I said it in my previous review and reaction to the second teaser trailer, that I felt that Finn is probably a reincarnation of either Anakin or Yoda, or could be even be Qui-Gon Jinn. You never know, but or maybe Obi-Wan. I mean, could be anyone. But I feel that this guy Finn, what's his connection with the Skywalker family? He's obviously not Han and Leia's child. He's obviously not Luke's child. So who is he? This movie is about family. So I said it in my previous video that I think that he's the reincarnation of probably Anakin Skywalker, because Yoda and Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi, they were sort of good Jedi, so their karma was probably not didn't have to be worked out or whatever. So maybe this guy has come back, Anakin has come back in another life, and he needs to work out some karma or something, and that's it. Could be. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. We just have another 2 months left to wait. But okay, now here's another thing. Kylo Ren, the bad guy, the guy who is, you see in that spaceship, who says, "I will finish what you started." He's talking to the mask of Darth Vader. First of all, what does he mean when he says that I'll finish what you started? Is he talking about killing the Jedi or the remaining Jedi? Is he talking about what could he be talking about? What did Darth Vader actually start? What did Darth Vader start? He was looking for Luke Skywalker. That's one thing. And if you think of it, if you go back to Return of the Jedi, the Emperor and Darth Vader were looking for Luke, right? But probably the rest of the people in the Empire probably never knew that Luke was actually found, because Darth Vader finds Luke on the forest moon of Endor. Well, actually, Luke surrenders himself. Luke is the one who surrendered himself to Darth Vader, and then he's taken to meet the Emperor. So it looks like a very private, kind of a very secretive, clandestine kind of a meeting. I mean, Luke goes to Darth Vader at night. Not too many people see them together. Then he is taken to the Emperor. At least from what we see, probably just the Emperor's guards meet him, and the Emperor meets him, and that's where Luke and his father, Darth Vader, have a lightsaber battle in which Darth Vader dies at the end along with the Emperor. Okay, sorry, Darth Vader doesn't die there. My mistake. The Emperor dies, and then Luke takes his father, who's about to die, into that a Death Star hangar, and that's where he takes off his helmet. And probably nobody couldn't really cares at that time, because if you look at that scene, everybody's running around, they're trying to escape from the Death Star because they probably know it's going to blow up. And then Luke takes his dad and leaves in that shuttle, and that's when he in the last scene they show that he cremates his father on Endor. Now the Empire was looking for Luke Skywalker, but probably no one knew that Luke Skywalker had been found. So maybe that's what Kylo Ren is trying to do. Maybe Kylo Ren is actually trying to find Luke Skywalker. And from the look of it, Han and Leia, I mean, we still don't know. They do show a lot of Han and Leia in this trailer, but we still don't know where Luke is. Luke is not there in this trailer, except for that scene when he touches R2-D2. But there again, we're just assuming. I mean, we're assuming that that's Luke. Probably it is, because in the second teaser trailer, when he says I have it, when he's talking about the Force, my family has it, my dad, my father has it, my sister has it. No, I have it. So they do show Luke. So that is probably Luke. But I noticed something. You guys should watch this. Now, if you watch all the trailers where they showed Luke, right? I think the second teaser and in this one. Notice that scene when he touches R2-D2. In the background, you can see some sort of, sparks or flames in the background. And in the very next scene, when they show, Captain Phasma looking very much like Boba Fett, that's the same place, that's the same environment. You can see the fire in the background. People are like running around, stormtroopers and stuff. So, watch that part again. That's something that I don't think I've heard anyone else say before. That when Luke is shown in that trailer for just a brief second, if you look at the background, he's in the same place at that time where Captain Phasma and those other people are. That it's a nighttime shot. There's fire moving around the back. So what is going on? Is Luke the prisoner of the First Order, or I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. And then what I really love in this trailer is that, when you hear, Finn and Rey are in the Millennium Falcon with Han Solo, and they're talking about, I've heard stories and stuff, you don't hear her saying anything more. But what Han Solo says is, yeah, what you heard is true. All of it, the Jedi, the dark side, the Jedi, it's all true. They're real. So it's that whole feeling of a myth, of a legend. These people probably have grown up in a galaxy where this is 30 years after the Emperor died, and the Force probably has been sort of pushed into the background. People kind of treated like a legend of sorts, or a myth probably. They're not even sure if there are Jedis or so that's why Han Solo says they're all real. Then you see there's a scene when they walk into some kind of a temple, so again, where's that? It looks a little bit like Yavin, where the rebel base was in episode 4. So we'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, there are lots of space battles, as you saw. You see Poe Dameron quite a bit. You see now. There's an interesting scene in the first scene where Kylo Ren is in that thing and he's holding Darth Vader's mask. He says, "I'll finish where you started." If you look, you'll see that the very next snippet they show is that he's touching Poe Dameron's head, and it looks almost like he's transferring some kind of a Holocaust image into his mind. You see that planet blowing up. Now, is that actually happening? Is that something that this new weapon, I think it's called the Star Killer or whatever, I don't know, that's what I've heard, it's called the Star Killer, what you see in the poster, that Death Star looking thing. Is that a planet that was destroyed by that, or is he putting a memory of something that happened in the past, like could it have been Alderaan blowing up, although I don't know. It's interesting, what that whole thing is about. And then you see Poe Dameron in 3 scenes in here. You see him getting his mind kind of impacted, or with some kind of a horrible image when he starts screaming. And you see him once again in the X-wing, flying the X-wing. And then you see that scene. It's a really cool scene when you hear Han Solo in the background talking about the dark side and the Jedi. You can see him meeting Finn momentarily, and it seems like he's going to his X-wing, and Finn looks like he's going to the Millennium Falcon. If you look carefully in that scene, notice that when you see Finn, you can see the Millennium Falcon in the background. So what's going on there? And then of course they show Leia and Han hugging each other, which looks to be a great reunion. I'm glad they've shown Leia. Another thing in this, there's another scene in the trailer where you see Rey crying over what looks to be like somebody's body. Now I don't know whose body that is. I couldn't really make out, but it really looks, if you look carefully at that scene when she's crying, it looks like she's crying over somebody's body. Now there's another theory out there that Kylo Ren is also a grandchild of Anakin Skywalker. Could be he's Luke's son, or could be he's again Han and Leia's son. Because if you remember in the books that were written, in those books, Han and Leia had 3 children, and one of them turned out to be turned to the dark side or whatever. Now, the scene where Rey is crying looks to be the same place where Finn and Kylo Ren have a lightsaber battle. Now, that's, if you remember the last scene in this trailer, there's another really great thing about that scene, that Kylo Ren actually is not wearing his helmet. If you look in that scene when Finn, puts his lightsaber, and then Kylo comes towards him and puts on his thing, you can see that in that scene, the background, you can see the hair flowing back and forth. So obviously he's lost his helmet in that case. Now, I don't know. Now, whose body is Rey crying over? What if it's Kylo Ren? What if Kylo Ren is actually her brother, and like a long lost brother who's turned to the dark side or whatever? And I don't know. You have to. I mean, we just have to wait and watch. But maybe that could be a possibility. In which case, in episodes 8 and 9, the next movies in the trilogy, maybe there'll be another villain. Who knows? Because don't forget, Darth Maul. You hardly saw him in the Phantom Menace, though he was like really probably the best, coolest Sith out there, I think. So who knows who was Rey crying over? We'll have to just wait and watch. Okay, I personally would have liked it if they showed Luke. I think most people would have liked it if they showed Luke in this trailer, but I guess maybe he's got, they have good reason not to show him, because we have no clue. We haven't seen like an official picture of Luke in any of the posters or in any of the trailers or whatever. There was that one picture that came on the set of him, with the beard and stuff, which has been there on the internet, but I don't know if that's a real official picture. It probably is, but I don't know if it's officially been released. It's probably a genuine picture, but I don't know if it's an official picture. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, guys, what happens in this trailer, in this movie. All I know is that I'm excited about this movie, and I really feel like Star Wars is back. And it's what I like is the mystical feel to this. The whole thing about the legends and the Jedi and the dark side being real, and the space battles are great. CGI has been used, but just at the to the right extent. Like the scene when you can see the the Millennium Falcon going through hyperdrive. It's a very Star Trek warp drive kind of a look, and it's done in CGI, but it's done very well. But a lot of the movie you can make out is very real looking. It's not CGI-ish, Yeah. So, guys, let's just hope that we get some more information, or maybe not. Maybe it's better not to get any more information about this movie. We just have to wait and watch it. Now, let's see what the next movies are all about. Let's see when Rogue One. Who knows when Rogue One's trailer will come out? Of course, there was one shown, I think at the Star Wars thing, the Star Wars festival or something. There was some trailer, but it was a very short thing, and you really don't know much about the movie. And then now the second standalone film, which is apparently about Han Solo. We have no idea what that movie is going to be about, other than the fact that it's about Han Solo. But what age is Han Solo going to be? Is he going to be a boy, or are you going to see him born? Are you going to see him as a teenager? We have no clue. So we just have to keep waiting. I mean, ever since Disney's taken over Star Wars, it's like Star Wars is alive again. I mean, there's going to be. I mean, they paid so many billions of dollars for this franchise. They're gonna really milk it. They're gonna make sure that they make a lot of movies, TV shows. Who knows what all is gonna come up? All right, guys. Cheers. See you again.